there's something very important you need to know. If this video has popped up in your feed, it's no accident. The universe has a way of guiding us, often in the most unexpected ways. Right now, it's brought you here because you're ready for this message, even if you don't fully realize it yet. Sometimes, we feel lost or unsure of where we are in life, but I want to reassure you, you are exactly where you're meant to be. Even if it feels like everything is out of your control or you're not where you thought you'd be, trust that the path you're on is leading you to something greater. In this very moment, you are receiving exactly what you need to move forward, and I believe that deep down, you already know this is true. You're in the right place, at the right time, even if it doesn't always feel that way. Just know, this is part of your journey, and everything you've been through has brought you here for a reason. I see you, through the heartbreak, the tough times, and the uncertainty. You've carried so much this year, and I want to take a moment to really acknowledge that. It's not easy, and I know it hasn't been a smooth journey. There have been times when you felt overwhelmed, when the weight of everything seemed just too much to bear. But even in those darkest moments, when it felt like you couldn't go any further, you kept going. You kept showing up for yourself, even when the road felt long and exhausting. Every challenge you faced, every obstacle that's tried to hold you back, you faced it with more strength than you may even realize. There were times when you doubted yourself, when you questioned whether it was all worth it, or whether things would ever get better. And still, you kept moving forward. That takes so much courage. It's easy to give up, to lose hope, to think that the hard times are never ending. But you didn't let that stop you. You chose to keep going, to keep fighting, to keep showing up, even when you couldn't see the end in sight. And for that, you deserve so much credit. I want you to know that even in those moments when you felt like you weren't making progress, you were. You were planting seeds of growth, even when it didn't feel like it. Every step forward, no matter how small, has been moving you closer to who you were meant to be. I see that strength in you, and it's something to be so proud of. Every time you chose to keep going, you were becoming stronger, wiser, and more resilient. And now, looking back, you'll realize that you've made it this far, and that deserves to be celebrated. You've come so much farther than you think. Even when it felt hard, you've been growing, whether you realize it or not. Growth isn't always something we can see right away. Sometimes, it takes time for the changes we're experiencing to become visible, but I promise you, every step you've taken has been shaping you into the person you're meant to be. You've been gathering strength, even in moments when you felt like you were standing still. All of the challenges, the heartaches, the moments of doubt, they've been silently working together to prepare you for the amazing things that are coming. Think of it like a seed buried under the earth. When a seed is planted, it doesn't instantly sprout into something beautiful. It has to grow, slowly and steadily, beneath the surface. You can't see it happening, but deep down, the seed is getting stronger, forming roots, and preparing to bloom. The same is happening for you. Right now, even though it may not always feel like it, everything you've been through is making you stronger, more resilient, and ready to step into a new chapter. Just like that seed, you may not see it yet, but your growth is happening, quietly and steadily, and soon, you'll find yourself blooming into the person you've always been meant to be. Your patience, your resilience, your ability to keep going despite the obstacles, that's powerful. It's so easy to think that progress only comes when things are going smoothly, when the road is clear and the sun is shining. But you've kept going even when the path was anything but smooth. You faced so many challenges, and yet, here you are, still standing. That takes incredible strength. The universe has seen every moment of perseverance, every time you've kept putting one foot in front of the other even when you didn't feel like it. It's seen how you've continued to push through the tough moments, how you've refused to let obstacles define you. That resilience? It's creating space for something beautiful to come into your life. And I know, there are days when you don't feel seen, when your efforts feel invisible, when it seems like the world isn't recognizing all that you've done. But trust me, you are making a difference, not just in the world around you, but in yourself. Every time you choose to move forward, every moment you decide to keep going, even when you feel like you're at your limit, you are building something lasting. You're building strength, you're building wisdom, and you're building the foundation for your future. You are creating a solid, unshakable base within yourself, one that will carry you through whatever life throws your way. You might not always see it, But everything you're doing right now is laying the groundwork for something extraordinary. You're learning, evolving, and becoming a version of yourself that is more than capable of handling the life you want to create. Even on the days when it feels like you're not making progress, you are. Even on the days when you doubt your worth or feel like you're not moving fast enough, know that what you're building is strong and steady. The universe is preparing something special for you. And all of the effort, the patience, and the perseverance you've shown so far are the very things that will open doors to that amazing future. You are worthy of everything that is coming, and I want you to know that everything you're doing is leading you to something beautiful. Keep going, because you are laying the foundation for a life that's truly yours. It's okay to feel exhausted. It's okay to feel like giving up sometimes. We often hear messages that tell us we should always push through, that we should always be strong. But let me remind you that it's completely normal to feel drained, defeated, or even just overwhelmed. These feelings don't make you weak, they make you human. They are a reflection of how much you've been carrying, how much you've been through, and how deeply you care. It's important to acknowledge those feelings, because they are telling you something vital about where you are in your journey. You're feeling what you're feeling because you've been working hard, whether you're aware of it or not, and those emotions are part of the process. They don't diminish you. They are actually a sign of your resilience. It's a sign that you're working through things, pushing your limits, and growing, even when it doesn't feel like it. Healing isn't always a straight path. Some days, you'll feel invincible, like you could take on the world, with clarity and energy. On those days, it might seem like everything is falling into place, and that's wonderful. But then there will be days when it feels like you've taken a step back. You'll feel like you're starting all over again, like the progress you've made has been undone. And here's the truth, that's okay. In fact, it's more than okay, it's a natural part of the process. Healing is rarely linear. It's messy, it's unpredictable, and it comes in waves. One day, you might feel empowered and ready to take on whatever comes your way, and the next, you may feel like the weight of it all is just too much to bear. And that doesn't mean you failed or that you're not making progress. It means you're healing. Healing takes time, and sometimes the hardest days are the ones where the most growth is taking place. You may not see it right away, but every single day is contributing to the strength and wisdom you will carry with you as you move forward. So, when those days come, when you feel like you're back at the beginning, when you feel like you've lost your way, remember, that's a part of your healing process. You're not starting over, you're simply moving through a phase. Healing is not about being perfect, it's about being real with yourself and embracing every part of the journey, even the tough parts. Those moments when you feel stuck or unsure? They are temporary, and they hold within them lessons that will serve you as you continue on this path. Trust in the fact that you are moving forward, even when it feels like you're not. Every emotion, every challenge, and every shift is guiding you to a place of greater strength, wisdom, and peace. And you are not alone in this. You're exactly where you need to be. Imagine waking up one day and feeling lighter, like all the weight you've been carrying, the heaviness that has weighed down your mind, your heart, and your spirit, is finally starting to lift. You know that feeling when the world seems too much, when the burden feels unbearable, but then, one morning, you wake up and something feels different? You breathe in deeply, and the air feels easier, your body feels freer, and you realize that you're not carrying the same heaviness anymore. Everything feels a little clearer, a little brighter, and for the first time in a long while, you feel a glimmer of hope. That's what's ahead of you. That lightness, that sense of freedom, that peace, it's just waiting for you to step into it. I want you to really imagine what it will be like when you're standing on the other side of everything you've been through. Think about how you'll feel when you look back and realize that the weight you've been carrying wasn't forever. It wasn't meant to stay with you. It was part of your transformation, part of the shift that's been quietly unfolding within you. And now, as that heaviness lifts, you'll find yourself walking into a life that feels lighter, brighter, and more aligned with the peace you've been longing for. The pain, the struggle, the doubt, all of that will feel like a distant memory, because you'll have stepped into something far more beautiful than you can imagine right now. Happiness, love, peace, and fulfillment, these are not just words. These are the realities that are waiting for you. They're closer than you think, just around the corner, quietly waiting for the perfect moment to enter your life. And here's the thing, what you're going through right now, the hardships, the heartaches, the confusion, they are not there to keep you stuck. They are not permanent. They're there to guide you to something far greater. Everything you're facing is setting the stage for a life that feels lighter, more joyful, more in tune with your true self. I want you to hold on to that belief, deep in your soul, that this process is not for nothing. It's leading you to your breakthrough, to the kind of happiness you deserve. You might not feel it yet, but the universe is working behind the scenes, orchestrating something amazing for you. Every ounce of effort you've put in, every time you've gotten back up after falling, is building the foundation for something magnificent. The strength you've gained, the wisdom you've earned through the struggle, is preparing you to receive the abundance that's coming. It's coming because you've earned it. You've earned the peace. You've earned the love. You've earned the happiness. So, trust this process. Trust that the life you desire is on its way. Trust that this chapter you're in right now, with all its challenges, is creating space for something far greater to enter. You are about to step into a season of your life that is filled with more joy, more purpose, and more fulfillment than you could have ever imagined. This is just the beginning of something incredible. Keep believing. Keep going. What's ahead is going to be worth every single step it took to get there. You don't need to have it all figured out right now. I know it can feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, like you need to have every detail mapped out, every plan set in stone. But here's the reality, it's okay to not have everything planned. It's okay to not have all the answers. You don't need to force the process or rush it. Life is constantly unfolding, and not knowing exactly what comes next is part of the beauty of it. The pressure you put on yourself to have it all together can be overwhelming, and I want you to know that you can release that weight. Right now, take a deep breath and let it out slowly. Feel your body relax, and with each breath, give yourself permission to let go of that need for control. You are doing enough, and that is more than enough. We often feel that we need to control every little thing, to ensure that everything goes according to plan. But the truth is, sometimes the most magical things happen when we stop trying to control every outcome. So let go. Trust the process. Trust that the universe is already lining everything up for you in ways you can't even see yet. There's a bigger picture being painted, and though the details might not be clear, everything is falling into place exactly as it should. Take a moment to truly let that sink in. You are exactly where you need to be. Even if things feel uncertain or uncomfortable right now, know that this chapter is part of a much bigger story. You've been guided to this point, and every experience, good, bad, or neutral, has been shaping you, preparing you for what's to come. You don't have to see the entire road ahead. You don't have to know exactly how everything will unfold. Trust that life has a way of working itself out, even when we can't make sense of it. Sometimes, the most beautiful things come when we let go and allow life to unfold naturally. Trust that the universe is taking care of the details, aligning everything for you in perfect timing. You don't need to do it all yourself. You don't need to rush the process or force the next chapter. You're exactly where you need to be right now, and everything you've been through, everything you are going through, is leading you toward the life you desire. There's a power in trusting the journey, in allowing yourself to just be where you are, without needing to figure it all out. Life has its own way of guiding us, of bringing us the lessons and experiences we need. You are right where you are supposed to be, and that is a beautiful thing. Trust that every step you take, even when it feels slow or uncertain, is leading you exactly where you need to go. So, take a deep breath. Feel the peace in knowing that you don't have to have it all figured out right now. Let go of the control, trust the process, and believe that everything is working out for your highest good. You are exactly where you're meant to be, and everything is unfolding perfectly for you. It may not always be clear, but every step forward, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to the life you are destined to live. Keep trusting, keep moving forward, and know that you are supported every step of the way. Say this with me now, and truly feel the power of these words as they resonate deep within your soul. I am on the right path. I trust the timing of my life. Let these words flow through you, reminding you that no matter what you're facing, you are exactly where you need to be right now. Life doesn't always unfold in a straight line, but each twist and turn is guiding you to where you are meant to go. It's not about having everything figured out, but about trusting that the universe is always leading you towards something greater, something more beautiful than you can imagine. Even when the journey feels uncertain, trust that you are on the right path. Take a moment to affirm this for yourself. If this message resonates with you, I invite you to write it in the comments below. I am on the right path. Share this affirmation with others and type it in the comments section below, because there is power in collective belief. Each time you say it, you reinforce your trust in the process and affirm that you are moving forward with purpose, even if you can't yet see all the details. As you type this affirmation, know that you are not just speaking words, you are embodying them. You are speaking your truth, and with every affirmation, you align yourself with the life you are destined to live. Remember that sometimes, it's not about understanding why things happen, it's about trusting that they are happening for a reason. As the great philosopher, Lao Tzu, once said, nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Just like the seasons unfold in their perfect timing, every step you take, no matter how small or uncertain it may seem, is guiding you toward your highest good. Trust in the process, trust in the timing, and trust in yourself. You are exactly where you're meant to be, and everything you are experiencing is shaping you for something far greater. Just as a tree grows steadily and a river carves its path with gentle persistence, you are growing in your own perfect rhythm. Keep affirming this truth, knowing that you are always supported, always guided, and always on the right path. You are loved. You are supported. And no matter how challenging things may feel, always remember, you are exactly where you need to be right now. You're not alone in this journey. The universe is with you, guiding you every step of the way. Thank you for being here, for showing up, and for being your authentic self. The world is brighter because of you, and I'm truly grateful for you being part of this space. If this message resonates with you, I'd love for you to join our community, where we explore how to uncover the heaven within us and around us every single day. This journey is just beginning, and there's so much more to discover together. Carry this affirmation with you. I trust in the timing of my life. I am on the right path. Let it remind you that, just like nature, everything unfolds in its perfect time, and you are exactly where you need to be. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. You've made it to the end, and that says so much about you. You're someone who believes in growth, in trust, and in the beauty of the process. That is truly incredible, and I'm so honored to have spent this time with you. Your presence here means everything to me. If this message touched your heart, consider supporting the channel by tapping the super thanks button next to subscribe. Your support helps us grow this community, and I'm deeply grateful for it. Please like this video, share it with someone who could use this message today, and subscribe for more empowering and uplifting content. Together, we're creating a space of love, trust, and transformation. And as we part for now, always remember, you are heaven in human form. Your light, your love, and your presence are a gift to the world. Until next time, keep trusting in the process, knowing that everything is unfolding perfectly for you. Keep letting your light shine bright,